Parent teachers, this is me again, Sandy G, and welcome to the second episode of the NanayTeacher. So last time I have shared with you my personal reasons on why I chose homeschool. And at the same time, I have discussed and shared with you the possible disadvantages of homeschooling and how are we going to deal with it, most especially for us beginners. Okay, so for this time, we are going to discuss my second topic, which would be my personal tips on preparing homeschool. The first tip that I'm going to give you is, of course, to prepare yourself. Yes, parent teachers, we need to prepare ourselves. But of course, we cannot proceed with something na hindi pa tayo fully decided. So what I'm telling you is, of course, you need to make up your mind. Talaga bang gusto na natin homeschool? Okay? So these are some of the tips that I'm going to give you on how are you going to prepare yourself. First step, okay? Write your reasons for choosing homeschool. Yeah. So just like what I did, I have my own reasons for choosing homeschool. So I think those reasons are enough for me to proceed with homeschool. But of course, those reasons at the same time should be used as my motivation, as my drive to proceed with my decision. Okay? The second tip that I'm going to give you is to write your questions. Yes. So hindi enough na susulat mo lang yung reason mo. On the other side, you also need to have your questions on the idea of preschool, on homeschool. Okay? So you need to write now kung bakit ba kailangan, ano bang nasa isip mo? What are the things that bothers you kapag nag-homeschool ka? Okay? So, and that's important. So, on the other side, you write your reasons. On the other side, you write your question. The second tip that I can give you is to prepare your child. Okay? So, kailangan hindi lang tayo yung prepared. Kailangan yung mga anak din natin na tuturuan natin, kailangan prepared din sila. So, what are the tips in preparing your child? First, talk to your child. Yes, explain mo sa anak mo yung concept ng homeschool. Okay? No matter how young the child is, okay? It's okay. Mapaprocess niya rin yan, maiintindihan niya rin yan as you go along. And at the same time, you need to tell the reason kung bakit mo siya i-homeschool. Bakit ba? Not because ayaw mo ng big schools, pero ngayon kailangan mong i-explain kung bakit kailangan niyang mag-homeschool. Okay? At the same time, another tip is you're not supposed to tell something negative sa big school kasi that may traumatize your child. Pwedeng isipin niya na, ay, never na akong mag-big school kasi ganyan naman yung mga pwedeng mangyari. Remember, whatever we're saying, natatandaan niya ng mga bata. So another tip that I could give you is to expose your child in the idea of homeschool. Yes, you can, kasi from there, if you will be exposing your child, you get to have the result at once. Makikita mo agad kung okay ba siya sa homeschool. Okay? So, at the same time, you get to involve your child in deciding whether okay ba sa kanyang mag-homeschool or hindi. That's very important for us parent teachers. So, the third thing that you need to prepare in starting homeschooling your children or your child is to prepare your family members. Okay, so what are my tips in preparing your family members? First, talk to them. Okay, you need to talk to your family members. Tell them your idea of homeschool, bakit gusto niyo mag-homeschool, kung bakit kailangan ng anak niyo mag-homeschool. Explain to them the concept of homeschooling. Kasi from there, they'll get to understand kung bakit mo yun ginagawa. Malaking bagay kasi kapag may understanding ang mga family members. The second tip in preparing your family members is to seek for their participation. Yes, from there kasi kapag sinabi mo sa kanila o humingi ka mismo ng tulong sa kanila, sila na mismo ang magsasabi na, okay, ito yung kaya kong gawin. It's their way of supporting you. The last thing that you need to prepare in starting to homeschool your children is to prepare your materials. Okay? So you cannot go into a battle ng wala kang bala without an ammunition. So it's best that you do have your materials with you. I do understand that I have mentioned on my previous vlog na pwede namang authentic yung mga materials na gamit mo. Yes, pwedeng authentic materials. But of course, those are still materials na kailangan mo pa rin, i-prepare. Okay? So the first step in preparing the materials is prepare a schedule. Yes, okay? So itong schedule na to, this is actually my personal schedule for my child.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Last one, Sunday. Oh, very good. Alright. So, ang maganda kasi ng meron kang schedule is you get to assess when is the best time para mag-aral. When is the best time para sa anak mo na mag-aral siya? Anong oras? Anong certain period of time ba siya mas active? You can see here the different topics that I wanted to have. Okay? So, my next step to you is to have your schedule laminated. I-laminate nyo yung schedule nyo kasi kahit na pwede mo siyang mabura. Lalo na kung hindi permanent yung marker na magagamit mo. Madali lang siyang burahin. Pwede mo siyang gamitin ng gamitin. So, have this laminated. Okay? And then, post it sa lugar na mas madali nyo makita. What's good about having a schedule din kasi is you get to think of what are the things that you need to focus on day by day. So if you think that you need to focus on this skill sa Monday and another skill on Tuesday, another skill on Wednesday, pwede yun. The key in homeschooling kasi is consistency. Okay? It's not enough that you teach today and then the next day hindi, next day ulit. I do understand that it is still a schedule, pero malaking bagay kapag yung anak mo may nilook after every day. May nilook forward every day. So, malaking bagay yun. Okay? The second tip, so you have already your schedule as one thing that you need to prepare in the materials. Another and the last thing that you need to prepare in preparing the materials is to prepare your lesson. Okay, as I have mentioned, hindi pwedeng pupunta ka or magtuturo ka ng wala lang. So, dapat prepared ka rin sa lesson mo. So, it's best that if you write in your schedule kung ano yung mga topics mo. And just some of my tips in preparing your lesson is, first, you can have your lesson prepared based on your assessment sa bata. Okay? Based on your assessment sa anak mo. Sa initial test, if you have, or second, just gusto mo lang ituro sa kanya, it's okay. Alright? Never limit yourself with pen and paper materials. For those naman, for the non-teaching or those who are not in the teaching profession but who wanted to proceed with homeschool, it's best if you will be having a simple lesson guide. Okay? So, ano ba tong lesson guide na to? This will serve as your guide kung paano yung flow ng lesson mo. Okay? Let's have OMAAP or OMAAP. Okay? Let's start off with the objective. Kailangan meron tayong objective. Kasi at the end of the day, yung objective na yun yung reason mo kung bakit gusto mo siyang, gusto mong matutunan niya. The next thing that you need to prepare are your materials. That's important, okay? In my case, kasi I do have different materials. And I would suggest you having kits. Next thing that you need to have is to have your activity or approach. Paano mo ba gagawin ang lesson mo? Okay? Ano bang atake mo dyan? Are you going to expose your child outside? Formal ba kayo na may table or nakasalampak lang kayo sa floor? Nasa sayo, iisipin mo, i-imaginein mo na. Okay? Ano ngayon ang activity and approach mo? That's OMA. That's the third A. And the fourth A that I will be telling you is the assessment. Kailangan may assessment tayo. I-assess nyo yung bata at the end of the day kung talaga bang natuto siya. It's not only for the child. It's also for you. Kasi, marirealize mo na, okay, talaga bang natuto yung anak ko sa tinuro ko or I need to have a different approach. Okay? So that's important. And the last one is that's letter P, process. OMAAP, OMAAP. Process your lesson, okay? Value. You need to explain the child why did you teach that or bakit niya ginawa yun. Importante na po proseso yun sa bata kasi they get to see the importance, the significance of your activity. That's good, okay? So please do not forget, especially sa non-teaching, na this simple guide could help you. Alright? OMAAP. OMAAP. Alright, so that's all. Those are just some of the tips, personal tips in starting your homeschool.